The real story unfolds in her physiology, in signals etched by millions of years of evolution, broadcasting desire through subtle shifts and primal rhythms no conscious mind can fully mask. I'm here to guide you like a seasoned confidant through the intricate dance of female attraction, revealing the biological poetry that most men overlook. This isn't about shallow pickup lines or guesswork. It's about decoding the visceral, involuntary markers of lust rooted in psychology, evolutionary biology, and neuro-linguistic programming. So, lean in, because understanding these cues will transform how you navigate desire. Imagine this. You're in a crowded room, and a woman's gaze locks onto yours, her pupils blooming like midnight flowers, even under harsh fluorescent lights. That's not just a glance. It's her autonomic nervous system betraying her attraction. When a woman's body hums with lust, her sympathetic nervous system kicks into gear, spiking her heart rate, dilating her pupils, and rerouting blood to erogenous zones in a cascade of primal arousal. These aren't choices. They're evolutionary imperatives, hardwired to signal desire to a worthy mate while preserving social finesse. Back in our ancestral past, women who could subtly advertise sexual interest to high-value men without risking social exile passed on their genes. That's why her body speaks in coded whispers, designed to spark desire in the perceptive while slipping past the oblivious. Here's the kicker. Most guys mistake politeness for passion, a friendly smile or a casual laugh. That's not lust, it's social lubrication. Genuine desire reveals itself in a constellation of physiological tells, each one a clue to her unspoken craving. Let's start with her eyes, the windows to her evolutionary soul. When she's drawn to you, her pupils swell, a reflex tied to dopamine surges and arousal, unstoppable, even in bright light. But it's not just dilation. Watch for prolonged, magnetic eye contact that feels like it's pulling you into a private universe. This isn't the fleeting glance of courtesy. It's a gaze that lingers, heavy with intent, returning to your eyes like a moth to flame. Researchers call it bedroom eyes, slightly hooded lids, softened focus, a sultry alchemy of arousal that loosens the muscles around her eyes. And when her gaze drifts to your lips, frequent and fleeting, it's her unconscious mind fixating on the possibility of a kiss, a neuro-linguistic cue screaming interest. Now, let's talk about her body's alignment, a primal choreography of attraction. When a woman's captivated, her torso, hips, and feet pivot toward you, even in a group, as if you're her magnetic north. This isn't random. It's her limbic system orchestrating proximity, maximizing chances for connection. Her posture shifts too, spine straight, chest lifted, shoulders back, a subconscious display of her form, signaling confidence and fertility. Evolution wired her to accentuate her assets when desire strikes, a vestige of mate attraction. She'll close the physical gap, stepping into your personal space, her body craving nearness. Notice how she avoids escape routes, positioning herself not near exits, but in intimate corners, creating a bubble of closeness. This proximity seeking is a hallmark of arousal, overriding social norms about personal space, a bold move her conscious mind might not even register. Touch is where things get electrifying. A woman merely being polite keeps her hands to herself, but a woman stirred by lust seeks contact, often cloaked in plausible deniability. It starts subtle. Her arm brushes yours as she passes, or her fingers linger when handing you a drink. These accidental touches are anything but. They're her testing the waters, her mirror neurons syncing with your presence. As her arousal deepens, her touch grows deliberate, resting a hand on your arm mid-laugh, grazing your chest while emphasizing a point. These are no accidents. They're her body's invitation, charged with sexual energy. Watch, too, for self-touch, her fingers tracing her neck, twirling her hair, or skimming her lips. This isn't just fidgeting, it's heightened somatic awareness, her body amplifying its allure, drawing your gaze to her most sensual features. Her voice? It's a siren's call, altered by arousal's grip on her physiology. Sexual excitement relaxes her vocal cords, dropping her pitch to a husky, breathy cadence that feels intimate even in a crowd. She'll speak slower, her words laced with deliberate pauses, creating a hypnotic rhythm that mirrors her deepening breaths. Her volume softens, pulling you closer to hear, a neuro-linguistic tactic to foster intimacy. Listen for subtle sighs, breathy exhales, or soft murmurs, vocal micro-expressions tied to her autonomic arousal. Her laughter shifts too, becoming richer, more frequent, a dopamine-driven response to your presence, signaling pleasure and openness. Hair play is another primal signal, steeped in evolutionary psychology. When she's aroused, her fingers dance through her hair, twirling strands or smoothing locks, releasing pheromones and drawing your eye to her vitality. Neck exposure is even more telling. She tilts her head, bearing that vulnerable pulse point, a gesture rooted in trust and attraction. These aren't random habits, they're biologically driven displays, signaling availability while maintaining social ambiguity. Watch for hair flips or tosses, bold, confident moves that scream, "Look at me." When she leans forward, letting her hair frame a private moment, it's an invitation to inhale her scent, a sensory hook designed to pull you deeper. Her breathing and pulse betray her too. Arousal deepens her breaths, slows their pace, visible in the rise and fall of her chest or the rhythm of her speech. Her pulse quickens, throbbing subtly at her neck or wrists, a telltale sign of her heart racing for you. Flushing, those rosy blooms on her cheeks, neck, or chest, marks increased blood flow, a physiological banner of desire. These are autonomic giveaways, impossible to fake, rooted in the body's ancient wiring. Then there's mirroring, a dance of unconscious synchronicity. When she's into you, her body aligns with yours, matching your posture, gestures, even your breathing rhythm. This isn't mimicry. It's her limbic system forging a connection, creating a felt sense of harmony. Her speech patterns echo yours, her energy levels sync, a neuro-linguistic bridge that makes interactions feel effortless. This behavioral entrainment is a hallmark of mutual arousal, distinguishing lust from mere politeness. Now, here's where it gets primal: territoriality. When a woman's truly smitten, she stakes her claim. She'll position herself between you and other women, a subtle barrier signaling, "He's mine." Her displays amplify in their presence: more touches, louder laughs, bolder gestures, a competitive edge rooted in evolutionary mate guarding. Jealousy flares too, subtle but sharp, a tightened jaw, a fleeting frown when another woman enters your orbit. She'll also drop hints of future plans, coffee dates, movie nights, crafting a narrative of exclusivity. These aren't just whims, they're her reptilian brain asserting dominance in the mating game. Her appearance shifts too, a conscious and unconscious effort to amplify allure. She adjusts her blouse to reveal a hint of cleavage, tugs her skirt to show more leg, each move calculated to captivate. Her posture accentuates curves, her hips tilting forward, a silhouette designed to entice. She'll reapply lipstick, check her reflection, or toy with a necklace, drawing your eye to her neckline. These aren't vain gestures, they're evolutionary strategies to signal fertility and readiness. Proximity becomes her playground. She invades your space, standing closer than social norms allow, her purse or phone placed near you as territorial markers. She'll suggest moving to quieter corners, creating intimate pockets in crowded rooms. Her seating choices, closer than necessary, legs brushing yours, are deliberate, her body craving contact. These violations of social distance are bold, overriding learned restraint, a testament to her desire. Even her eating and drinking turn sensual. She sips her drink with lingering eye contact, licks her lips with slow precision, or shares a taste of her dessert. Each act a nod to nurturing instincts, tied to reproduction. These oral behaviors, from biting her lip to sucking a straw suggestively, are rooted in heightened lip sensitivity, a byproduct of arousal's blood flow. Finally, vulnerability seals the deal. A woman in lust exposes her neck, tilts her head, or relaxes her posture, signaling trust and openness. Her hands stay open, palms visible, inviting approach. She seeks your opinions, defers to your lead, subtle cues of submission that reflect evolutionary dynamics of mate selection. These aren't weaknesses, they're powerful indicators of her readiness for intimacy. Here's the crux. Lust isn't one signal, it's a symphony. Look for clusters, dilated pupils paired with lingering touches, breathy vocals with hair play, mirroring with territorial moves. These emerge fast, intensifying as you connect, unmistakable in social settings like bars or parties, but muted in formal ones. Single signals can mislead, but a chorus of cues screams desire. Your job? Cultivate the sexual intelligence to read them. Confidence is key. Her signals are an invitation, not a guarantee, and responding with calibrated escalation separates the savvy from the clueless. This knowledge is your edge. It lets you zero in on women who want you, sparing you the chase after polite but uninterested ones. When you spot these markers, act, her body's begging you to. Hesitate, and you miss the window. Misread politeness as lust, and you waste your energy. Sexual intelligence isn't just power, it's freedom, letting you move through the world with clarity and confidence, knowing exactly when desire's calling your name. So gentlemen, if this resonates, if you're seeing signals you've missed or misread, I urge you to hit that like button and subscribe. Your support keeps these insights flowing, helping men everywhere decode the primal poetry of attraction. Let's keep unraveling the truths that biology can't hide.